Hey y'all. Okay, so welcome to day one of our challenge to get you booked by Fashion Week. Let's talk about it. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lola Chél. I'm an internationally working, multi-agency represented full-time model, and I coach busy women like you on how to get back into modeling and book paid model jobs. So if you're into that, follow for more. So I did a challenge last month where I was able to jumpstart a few busy women's modeling careers in just 30 days. I told them give me 30 minutes a day for 30 days and they will have a modeling career that not only they understand, but that they can make money from. Okay. And over those same 30 days, 4 models booked paid modeling jobs. So, what did I decide to do? Another challenge, obviously. Okay. I do want to be clear with you guys. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be going live once a day for less than 30 minutes because the concepts I'm teaching you, I teach my busy women so that they can become models that make money. Okay. And it does not take longer than 30 minutes a day for them. So it's not going to take longer than 30 minutes a day for you. I'm teaching you what I'm teaching them, not how I'm teaching them. Because guess what? I'm a model coach, but I'm not your model coach. So if you want to guarantee that you're going to get a paid booking by Fashion Week, then by all means, you can drop the word Fashion Week. We can hop on a one-on-one sales call and actually implement a lot of things that I'm teaching you, specifically custom fit to you, so that you can make sure not only that you're doing this correctly, but that you're getting a paid modeling job at the end of it. Okay. Okay. Now, for everybody else, let's get into day one. Day one of this challenge to get you booked by Fashion Week. The first thing that I teach every single model that I work with one-on-one is, why are you modeling? Why? Right? It's a question that not enough models ask themselves, right? And so when I ask them, it's just like, oh, well, I've never thought about it. And it can't just be something frivolous like, oh, I want to model because I want to make money, or I want to model because I want to be seen, or I want to model because I like the lifestyle, right? That sounds good. But when you're out there applying to pay modeling jobs, applying to agencies, doing callbacks, doing self tapes, posting on social media, doing your digitals, doing the photo shoots, growing your network, when you're doing all those things, just wanting to make money will not be enough, especially when people are telling you no, people aren't getting back to you, people are choosing other people over you, people are telling you you're not the right fit. Like, just wanting to make money, just being pretty, just being tall, just wanting to be seen is not going to be enough. Why? Because you can do those things without modeling. You can be seen without being a model. You can enjoy the model lifestyle without actually being a model. You can be tall without being a model. You can be pretty without being a model, right? You can do all those things successfully without modeling. The reason why I teach every single model that I work with one-on-one to understand why they're modeling is so that when things get tough, they do not stop. Because like I tell you guys on a lot of the content that we do here in the university, I help busy women get back into modeling. A lot of busy women have thought about modeling, tried it before on their own, done an attempt and failed, right? By their own standards. They didn't make any money. They got scammed. They didn't get the agency. They didn't get the portfolio. They didn't make a network of people. Like, nobody wanted to work with them. They tried it on their own and it didn't work. And if they would have had a why, if they would have had a deeper reason for why they were modeling in the first place, they would have figured it out. And I'm not telling you this as a theory. I'm telling you this from like my actual modeling career. I started and stopped modeling technically 2 times, 3, but I kept going after the third time, right? When I started when I was a kid, I just did it frivolously. Like, a friend of mine, she was starting to design clothes. She wanted a model. I tried it then, didn't work out for me. So I stopped. I didn't have any rhyme or reason for modeling. So I didn't have a why. So when things weren't working out, I just didn't do it anymore. When I started again as a teenager, I did the same thing. Somebody asked me to model for them. Okay, great. But I didn't have a why. So when the shows were over and I didn't get discovered, I just stopped. There was no driving force. I didn't have a why. When I started again, when I was an adult, okay, somebody else asked me to model for them. But instead of just doing it that one time, I literally sat down and said, why am I doing this? Right? Like, what do I want to gain after this? And once I had my frivolous why of, oh, well, I just like the way it makes me feel. I like being seen. I like doing the runway. I like having the pictures taken. I like wearing the clothes. I like doing the makeup. Right? When I decided to keep modeling, even outside of school, because I joined a modeling troupe when I was in college, that was my third time starting modeling. I got all the confidence, I got all the training. But when I decided that I want to keep modeling, I went out into the real world and I tried to apply what I did in my modeling troupe to the real world. I fell flat on my face. Because I did everything that the industry told me to do. I went after modeling agencies, got scammed. I paid to be a model. I did all the free shows for exposure and never got an offer for paid jobs once. I was putting myself out there on social media, but nobody wanted to book me. Everybody wanted to work with me for free. Like, I did all the things that the industry told me to do, and it left me burnt out, scammed, broke, and paying to model. And mind you, I'm in college. I'm in college. So I am the busiest and the brokest I've ever been. All right. Like, if you're joining me live, you can probably attest to this. If you've ever been in college and tried to do anything, it's you're stretching it thin. Okay. I'm in college full time. I'm working a day job. I'm doing an internship and I'm trying to model. And everything the industry told me to do wasn't working. Okay. And so I have the option to either stop modeling or figure it out. I chose to figure it out, guys. I chose to figure it out. I chose to figure out, again, the same thing that I teach my models when I work with them one on one. It's the same thing I'm teaching you guys on day one. Why am I doing this? Okay. If you guys are joining live, feel free to drop the why, the reason behind your modeling career in the comments below. And let's actually chat about it, right? Because that's going to be your homework for today. I'm going to treat you guys like my students, right? It's not enough just to be pretty. I appreciate anybody who gives me compliments. You know what I'm saying? I love that you think I'm pretty. I think that's amazing. But it's not enough to be pretty. There's a lot of pretty people who never get paid as a model. There's a lot of pretty people who work for free. And I tell everybody, you don't need my help to work for free as a model. You can do that all on your own. But when it comes to making money as a model, when it comes to this challenge of getting you booked by Fashion Week, when it comes to this whole situation where I am literally trying to make sure that you can make money as a model, because I think that every model should know how to make money. That's why I started the university, because you guys asked me to. And because I thoroughly believe that you guys should know how to make money. So if you want to work for free, it's by choice, not by force. A step beyond that is I also believe that there's a space for everybody in the industry and anyone can be a model. It's about finding where you fit. But before you find where you fit, you have to understand why you're even doing this. Because if the reason is not strong enough, when things get tough, when things aren't working out the way you want it to, when things aren't going according to plan, you will stop. And I'm telling you this as somebody who started and stopped and started and stopped and started and stopped. Well, started and kept going that third time, right? When I decided to pursue this outside of college, I had to figure out, why was I doing this? What did I want to gain from modeling specifically? And my first why that I put together was I wanted people who looked like me, who had my skin complexion, who had my hair texture, to see themselves as the standard of beauty and occupying luxury spaces. Because when I started modeling, I didn't see that. I didn't see a supermodel who looked like me. I didn't see somebody in campaigns who looked like me. I didn't see somebody on television that looked like me. I didn't see anybody on billboards who looked like me. I didn't see anybody who looked like me who was doing the things that I actually liked to see and like to experience. So if I didn't see it, I became it. If I didn't see it, I became it. But I had to have a why. Because if I didn't have a why, right? If I didn't have a why, then when I was getting scammed by agencies, when I was getting burnt out, when I was getting, walking for free, paying to model, I would have stopped if I didn't have a why. And so day one of this challenge, I want you guys to figure out, why exactly are you modeling? Okay. What's the reason? Okay. This is a big one, guys. This is a big one. If you guys have any questions, you guys are more than welcome to ask them. But the reason we have to start here is because if you don't know why you're modeling, unfortunately, the industry will tell you. If you don't know why you're doing this, the industry will tell you. And you might not agree with it, but it's going to superimpose itself on you. And the same thing's going to happen when we go to all the other days of this challenge. The same thing will happen. And I see, a lot of you guys are from all over the world, right? A lot of you guys, I see somebody from Malaysia in here, shout out to you. I see somebody from Japan, shout out to you. In these different countries, how you're going to approach modeling is going to be different, but the fuel for your modeling career will be the same. That is why we're starting with your why. Because if you don't have a strong why, it doesn't matter where you're located. It doesn't matter what type of modeling you want to do. It doesn't matter if you have an agency or not. When things get tough, you are going to stop. Okay. I see a lot of you guys already talking about, oh, well, there's no modeling opportunities where I'm located, or, like, there's not a lot of things for me to do as a model in my country or in my city. Trust me, when we get to day 4, we're going to be talking about your model market, right? Day 4 of the challenge, we're going to talk about your model market. But today, I just want you guys to super focus on why are you modeling? Because guess what? This is day 1 of the challenge to get you booked by Fashion Week. Okay, a paid model booking by Fashion Week. And in order to do that, we have to start with why are you modeling? If you know, put it in the comments below. If you're catching this live, I would love to hear from you. If you're catching this on the replay, by all means, DM it to us, right? But I want to know why you're doing this. Because if you don't know why you're doing this, then it doesn't matter if I teach you what type of modeling is going to pay you. It doesn't matter if I teach you what works in your area. It doesn't matter if we do your digitals, if we do your rates, if we figure out, how to set up your portfolio, if you figure out what agency works for you. It literally won't matter. Any of those things, they won't matter, because when things get hard, you're going to stop. Even if you know the type of modeling that will pay you, even if you know what's going to pay you in your area, even if you have an agency, even if you know where to find paid modeling jobs, even if your social media is simple and will make you money, even if you grow your network. If you don't know why you're doing this, when things get hard, you will stop. I have seen it not only in my career, because I started and stopped and started and stopped and started, but also in the models that I started with. There's models that I started with the first time that don't model anymore. There's models that I started modeling with the second time that don't model anymore. There's models that I started modeling with the third time who literally don't model anymore. And some of them I actually coach so they can get back into modeling and make money, because in the same amount of time that we've been modeling together, I have made a full-time modeling career and they have not. And I understand being a full-time model is not for everybody, but not being able to make any money in the same time span that I have built a full-time modeling career, I literally cannot let that happen moving forward. I'm doing this challenge because so many of you have said for like the last 6 months of this year, literally, you don't know how to start. You don't know what to do. It's overwhelming. You don't know how to make money. So I'm literally teaching you. And if you know there's a model right now that needs to know this information, that needs to actually get a paid model booking because they've been doing this for free for too long, share this with them. By all means, share this live with them, share this replay with them, do what you need to do, because I am taking you guys step by step through the same process that I teach models one-on-one so that you understand the concepts and how simple it could be. It's not difficult. It can be done. And whether you decide that you want to actually guarantee you get a paid model booking by working with me one-on-one, that's an option to you. If that's what you want to do, you could drop the word Fashion Week or DM us the word Fashion Week. We'll hop on a quick sales call, put everything together for you. But if you're serious about putting your best foot forward step by step, take this challenge. Share it with a model who you know has been struggling to make money, because that's what the university is for. This is a free challenge. And if you guys have been rocking with me for long enough, you know I do a lot of free stuff, but a free challenge is a little new for me. Okay. But I really want to make sure that this concept is being taught to you guys, because it can literally change your entire modeling career. It can literally be the difference between you continue to work for free and you actually understanding and believing that you can make money as a model. Even if you don't have an agency, even if you have a busy schedule, even if you have kids, even if you have gained weight, even if you're short, even if you're in a small country, even if you don't do well with social media, I want you guys to understand that there's a client right now that's looking for you, that wants to book you, that wants to work with you. And in order for you to understand how to present yourself to that client, the first thing you need to do, this is why we're doing day 1. The first thing you need to do is figure out, why are you modeling? And a pro tip, right? If you cannot figure out, and again, you take as much time as you want. This can be something that can be done in as little as 3 minutes, or, sometimes it might take you guys up to, 3 days. I don't know. Everybody goes at their own pace. But every single model that I've coached one-on-one who has made money as a model has always started with, why are they doing this? And there's no wrong reason, right? There's no wrong why, but it has to be strong. It cannot be. I have to reiterate this, because a lot of you guys be like, "Oh, okay, I'm taking this challenge. All right, I just want to make money." There's other ways to make money outside of modeling. I'm doing this because I'm pretty. You can be pretty and not need to be a model. Oh, I'm doing this because people told me I should. People say a lot of things. Hello. People say a lot of things. People say a lot of things. That doesn't mean that you should actually be a model. Okay. So figure out why. Figure out why you are becoming a model. Figure out why you want to do modeling specifically. Okay. And I keep having to harp on this because, again, I'm a coach, but I'm not your coach yet. So with this free challenge, okay, you have to ask yourself, why are you doing this? Okay. Why? Once you know why you're doing this, guess what? When I come back on here for day two and we spend another maybe 15 minutes tops on day two of this Getting You Booked by Fashion Week challenge, we can build on your why to set your goals. Yeah, we can build on your why to set your goals. But remember, if you don't have a strong why, it doesn't matter what your goals are. It doesn't matter what your niches are. It doesn't matter what your rates are, what market you're in, your digitals, your portfolio, your social media, your modeling jobs, your agency. None of that will matter. If you don't know why you're modeling, when things get hard, you will stop. And it will not matter any of the other things that you put inside of your arsenal as a model. You will quit modeling when things get hard. So, day one of this challenge to get you booked by Fashion Week, figure out why you're modeling. Okay, and make it modeling specific. Because when I come back on here tomorrow, okay, you're gonna have to build on top of that to set your modeling goals. And if at any point you don't just want to do this challenge for free and then just wonder if you did it right and just, figure out if this is actually like the right why for you or if it's gonna work for your goals, like if you just don't want to be in confusion. If you don't want this to be another thing that you sat down and you learned, but you didn't implement, if you are actually ready to guarantee that you're going to get a paid model booking by Fashion Week, by all means, drop the word Fashion Week or DM us the word Fashion Week. Let's hop on a sales call and work together one-on-one over the next couple of weeks to make sure that you are going to land your next paid modeling job or even your first paid modeling job by Fashion Week. Okay, guys? That's everything. You guys have your homework. I will see you back here for day two of this challenge. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm only a DM away. Fingers crossed, I'll be talking to you guys again really, really soon. Okay? Bye.